Welcome everyone. We're gonna play a best of 3 Theros Beyond Death draft today. Thank you for hanging out with us. We just finished up a draft that went 4-1. It was green-black, and now we're gonna try and find 5 wins with something new. I have not been. Somebody asked earlier, like, what my top N archetypes were in the format, and it's like beyond. We kind of all agreed that red-blue has been tough to win with, but really, I'm willing to go where the bots send me. It just feels like the bots have largely been sending me towards green-black as the heaviest color pair, but I've played a little bit of everything. I'm hoping we find something non-green-black here. I wouldn't mind like going back to some aggro. I like aggro when it shows up. It just feels hard to find a little bit. But there are aggro decks in there. And before we jump in, though, I'm going to thank my sponsor, Card Kingdom. If you're looking for an aggro deck, of course, you can find one there. You can find any deck you want there. Just about take a challenge. Like, go find a deck on the internet and import it into Card Kingdom and see if they 100% it. I bet most of the time they have every single card you need for whatever deck you're trying to build. I suppose there's some vintage stuff that might have some hard to find things, but overall, man, if I need a card, I know I can go to Card Kingdom and find it, and it's very valuable to me. And if you want to support my stream, checking them out via my affiliate link down below in the panels is great. Lets them know you got there from here, and that helps my stream. Thanks, Card Kingdom, for all your support. Now let's see what we got. Eutropia is a powerful uncommon gold creature. Atris is a powerful rare gold creature. Mire's Grasp, maybe just better. I mean, single color, goes in any black deck, and Atris really only goes in the 2-color deck. It's a 2, it's card advantage. It's at least a 2-for-1, which is really appealing. But I don't necessarily think we have to take that here. And here we go, taking it. This is how we end up in black a lot. Like, Mire's Grasp is just so often an obvious first pick that you just end up being there a lot. Yeah, it can be a splash and Sultai, but I'm going to take the Grasp. And if you are a gem-conscious drafter, we have enough gems that we have been eschewing rare drafting a bit on this stream, but if you find yourself up against gems and are trying to maximize your gem return, I think you go ahead and take playable gems in that spot. Yeah, Spawn, again, anything we want beats gem drafting for us because we have been successful enough that we have more gems than we need. So drafting to increase gem EV is losing its luster for this account because we don't need it. It's not something that helps us at all. Doesn't change what we can accomplish. We're going to take the Spawn. I do want to note that there's a blessing here that's pretty good. Omen is all right, but Spawn is just great. And now what? Blood Aspirant could set us down a path towards black-red sacrifice. That's pretty decent. Maybe we wheel like a Rage Hound, which is playable. Temple Thief maybe comes back. Well, okay then. This Impending Doom might come back. The bots don't seem to like it that much. This really might wheel. And we're getting pushed at least into something that's not red-green. I mean, not green-black. So we'll take this and maybe we can do some sacrificing. Is there a chance we bail on these colors now? Should we hedge towards something like a Sentinel's Eyes or a One with the Stars, Fishify? I mean, the blue cards are the best cards here. But are we going to bail on Blood Aspirant and Slaughter Priest? I suppose we could. If blue is just wide open, we would abandon Blood Aspirant and Slaughter Priest and have Mire's Grasp, Freak as Spawn, and we get into blue. So let's... Yeah, Aspect is fine, but it's like whatever, right? We can get that. I'm going to hedge towards Fishify. I think this is so much more powerful than Aspect that we want to give ourselves a little hedge. Aspect is nice. Final Flare, though, it is technically sacrificing. I don't necessarily know we're going to do the steal and sack, but if we want to, I mean, I don't think, even hedging blue, we're not going to take Seaguard or Goal here, so we should take Final Flare. Pack 1, pick 1 was Mire's Grasp. Fishify is only 3 mana and completely turns off all abilities. One with whatever, or you know, the other one is 4 mana and doesn't turn off abilities. But yeah, we'll take Flare here. Wow, Loathsome Chimera, pretty late. It's also how we end up in green-black a lot. Main deck Field of Ruin to draw the mazes toward you. But probably Rage Guard Berserker is just good enough here. It's not exciting, but we want to play black for sure, so let's take the Berserker. Fenrir wants Chimera for the hedge. Is that justified? Man, now that we've picked up the Final Flare, I just think we're in red-black. Nobody complained about Cardboard Live during the first draft, so I assume it's working, but maybe not. Wow, looks like if we'd gone with that rare, we'd have a payoff here in the Devourer of Memory. And I am going to... No, I was going to say I'm going to take it, but I think we'd just take Final Flare number 2, although... It is pretty mediocre, as Fenor points out. So I'm going to close Cardboard Live, see if restarting it helps people out. Well, now it's not working because I turned it off, but now it is restarted, so hopefully it's working. I don't know what causes Cardboard to work for some and not others. I mean, Final Flare number 1 is pretty medium GRS. Final Flare number 2 is decidedly medium, but I don't know if we're bothering to hedge off of black-red here is the thing. I guess with blue, if we're going to hedge, we take Devourer. So yeah, we'll take Devourer on that hedge. I'm not loving it. I don't think either of these 2 blue cards are worth continuing the hedge towards blue, so we'll just pick an Oread here. This is great to see. Discordant Piper still being here. Wouldn't mind a Wings or even an Amulet. Wings does some sacrificing stuff, but we're going to Piper for sure. Another Oread or this. Yeah, this doesn't do anything, so we'll do that. Thrill might be playable here. Never playing this to the point that I'll actually just do this. But yeah, I think we're going to drop our blue here. Try to stick to the red-black. Red is still very medium, but it's still... But between Blood Aspirant and Slaughter, I think it's out of medium, and I'm still... We'll not forget that we have playable blue in the board, but I'm going to at least move it out for right now. Green rare, not what we're looking for. Really nothing in this pack is what we're looking for. We're red-black, and the red-black in this pack is just hyper garbage. We could take Triumph and try to make that work, but probably Wheels anyway. We could take Omen if you really think we still have a chance at blue. But I think we just take Favor and be sad that it's our pick 1. We'll wheel the Triumph. And if we don't wheel the Triumph, I'm not going to cry. Impending Doom looks to be more along the lines of what this deck is trying to accomplish. Aggro, steal stuff, sack stuff. Take the Doom. Omen, not the best, but it might be what we need in this deck over Bleepus or Aspect. So I'm going to take the Omen. Venomous is interesting. Don't have a lot of high end right now, right? Yeah, so we can take a Venomous and it slots in nicely. Yeah, Wrap we would probably play as well. You want the Lampad over Hierophant? I feel like we're so stacked at 2 that I was thinking we don't need to bother with a Lampad. I'm just looking at, I mean, we're not loving these Oreads or whatever, but we do have stuff to do at 2. I'm taking the Hierophant. We'll get a Lampad before it's over. How about another Spawn? Oh yeah. This is Omen. A lot of good card. Charger we would take. Libation maybe not amazing, but Spawn number 2. Thank you. Discordant Piper. First Portent. Yeah, I'll be sad if we don't get a Lampad, but I like not taking the Lampad there. We'll see. The thing about the red-black deck is if we don't get a bunch of Portents, it's okay. It's not even necessarily what we're doing. I think we might want another Piper over it, but we're also low on 4s. We could start. You take a Portent. Let's do it. This is kind of what we're trying to do. Let's take it. It's kind of what we're trying to do, so I'll follow it. And we'll take a Soul Reaper here on that front. Omen. Now our picks are kind of picking themselves as we're locked into our color pair. Aspect or Wrap is a real pick. Wrap is more aggro. Aspect more universally playable. Maybe I'll pull this one. I'm curious what you all think, because I think Wrap is kind of a weaker card, but it's a little bit more in line with our strategy here. So curious what you think in terms of Aspect or Wrap. Fanor thinks it's an easy Wrap. It probably is Wrap, but Aspect is a real card too. And that's a great point. Intangible points out that this is sacrificable to all the sac effects around here. Or maybe not Soul Reaper, though. But the ones we hope to find. Pretty close. All right, I'll take Wrap number 1 here. But it maybe doesn't matter that much, but I thought it was interesting at least. Thrill over a 3-drop I hope not to play. I'm not going to play 2 Thrills, though. I'll take this. Yeah, Slaughter Priest. We're at this one. And then this is Enchantment. And then where's our other one? Blood Aspirant is also Creature Enchantment. Temple Thief made it back. Nice. There's our Aspect. Everybody's happy. I'm going to take Uro over Drag because I'm a filthy rare drafter. Although we have 4 Uros, so this is gems. This is just a gem pick. Actually, I'm going to take the Drag, but if I'm trying to be a collection completer, so if I didn't have 4 of them, I would take this because it's a good constructed playable, but we have 4, so we don't even need this for collection completion. I'll take the Drag. Don't often pass mythics around here, but that just wasn't as useful to this account as it would be for others. But for most accounts, snapping up 40 gems there would be a no-brainer. Yeah, we keep getting these rotten packs for us. You take Libation, maybe it's... Yeah, like if we just pile on other removal, this actually does get better. But Stampede Rider supports aggro a little more. I think I'm going to take the Stampede Rider. We don't have a lot of creatures at 3. This is pretty aggro, but I don't think we need it. We can take the wings. Let's take wings. You think Cyclops is good enough here? But look, our 4 is already so deep. Are we really going to play? This isn't really a 4. We might not play this. We're probably not playing Nyxborn. And I'll cut the aspect just to say, like, we don't want all of these, probably. We thought wings would wheel earlier, and it didn't. And it's important, like, this is actually, like, we could sack the wings to sack a creature we've stolen or something. Yeah, well, what do we do with that info, GRS? I mean, you want to pivot to green at this point? We can't do that, right? Or Cyclops would be a 23rd type card, too. Would we ever run the Cyclops? I guess it does have reach in that weird way that we'd might bring in against flyers, even if we didn't run it main. All right, I'll take the Cyclops, but I'm not sure about that one. More just mediocre stuff. Really hoping for more power from pack 3, and it's not hooking us up at all. That's the thing, Fenrir. It doesn't really have reach, right? Is this where we take an aspect of Manticore? Now, we have Thrill number 1, and I don't even like Thrill number 1 enough to have in the main deck right now. I'm not going to take Thrill number 2. Acolyte. Boy, we could have had a really nice green-black deck again. Beetles and Acolytes going around like nothing. But War Leader sacrifices. We have... Yeah, I'm going to take the War Leader. Yeah, Oracle is something too here, but we, again, don't need it. I've been worrying less about gems on this account because we're pretty stacked. We don't need to worry about gems. I'm going to take another Omen. Warden. Showing red-green was available this draft too. Take this for the board. What do we pass for? We took something. Oh, I took Hierophant instead of Lampad. Was hoping we'd find a Lampad, but we didn't. Another Soul Reaper. What are we doing here? Yeah, I guess we take the Rage Hound. We need to be aggro for this to work out. So if you're a standard player, do you take those rares or the mythic rare? Yeah, if I'm a standard playing collection builder on a budget, I do some gem drafting there, yes. Let's take another aspect. We might run 2. I like it better than another Revelers for the board. Don't think we're running another one of these. Yeah, I'm so sure we're not running another one of these. I'm going to take Vault Progress. Same here. Splash Sweet Oblivion in the grindy matchup to win with this. No, probably not. But it is Vault Progress, and I'm not playing either of these. Another Temple Thief, so we have more to consider. Another Revelers we got anyway. Well, Intangible, just make sure you're considering this. Look at that chart when deciding how to rare draft. Okay, 6 cuts to make. What are our current numbers? 16, 13. This deck is bad. I don't think we're going to win much with it. Yeah, maybe we'll get lucky, but this is... Ugh, I don't know. Guess I'm going to cut 1 Oread, at least. Probably a Temple Thief at least as well. Yeah, I'm cutting Wrap as well. Cyclops, kind of a whatever body there. I like these two at 5. We can get, yeah, we could get rid of a Stampede Rider, although we are starting to reduce our creature count below where I want it. So I think for the rest of it, I want to cut non-creatures. Let's cut 1 Omen, 1 Black Omen. Might want to cut an Aspect or an Omen or a Red Omen. Suggestion to go to 16 on this one. I'm not, because we're trying to portent and sacrificing and stuff, I think I'm going to leave it at 17. We have escape stuff, you know, like this. We are looking to go do some long game things here that make me not want to go to 16. Yeah, let's cut a Manticore Aspect and then call this a deck. Yeah, I'm willing to start here. And portent of, no, what are we calling this? Betrayed by the bots. Yeah, this is portent of Omen. Omen. Something about omens. Oh man. Yeah, we can call it Bad Omens. All right. All right, Tron. Remind me after. Well, I don't like this deck at all, so it'll probably 5-0 without dropping a game or something. Unfortunately, nothing to do with... We're trying to be aggro here, but we don't have anything to do on 3 of relevance right now. If for some reason they both play a creature and try to kill our Temple Thief, we have something to do, but it's not really going to happen, is it? Yeah, see, if they had a creature, we could actually do the thing, but... no luck here. Hopefully we get a land in the next couple of draws so that we can go Hierophant into Rage-Scarred Berserker. There's that land. Now we're kind of good on land for mostly the game. We need a 6th land to be able to escape our other Gorgons. Maybe we'll find one of them here. There's one. I don't think we have the good commons and uncommons, though. I mean, we have some that are okay, I guess. It just this doesn't even feel like a strong version of the low rarity BR deck, is what I'm saying. But I haven't played it a ton, so maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about. We milled spawn, land, land. Yeah, I'm just going to Berserker it up here. Let's see if they've got removal. If so, they're going to probably throw it on the Hierophant right now before it gets unkillable. The pause could just be Omen, though. Not sure I want to block the Underworld Rage Hound. It seems like exactly the kind of block you want to make because it's a forced attack into your bigger creature. And often it is just eat target attacker. They're going top bottom here. I'm a little worried they have something to allow their Rage Hound to win combat against the Berserker, and our Crackback is so good, and we've got Mire's Grasp against anything they come up with. I'm just going to take it. It might have been a free eat, a free meal there, but with the way the game is playing out, I want to, well, okay, didn't know that was going to happen. Don't generally play around rares. Too hard to know, Robert. We haven't seen your deck, and there's no sample size there at all, so hard to say. Not enough info, not enough sample size. And let's see, we could drag that, but we are pretty easily going to bring back the spawn with the land. So rather than use premium removal on an Oracle just because we have the mana, I'm going to try and find a 6th land and just bring back our spawn. No such luck. We could steal their Oracle, but that doesn't make much sense either. I'm just going to send in the Piper. If they make a trade, we hope they trade, and if they do, that's great, because then we make a little dorky goat, right? And then goat token is a perfect sacrifice to Final Flare. Well, we got 2 instant speed removal spells. We could grasp the Oracle, though. I'm just not too worried about it right now. It makes me not want to use any of our removal on it. Oh yeah, right, it would exile, so I wouldn't get the goat there. But still take that trade if they wanted it. They've got the pump, though, so I don't think they want to give up their pumper. Yeah, we're need a couple land before that's a thing. Some say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar. Thank you for that. So Now I'm going to go ahead and use Final Flare. Why not? This Nightmare is going to get something sweet from our hand almost no matter what we do, which is too bad. And then it's going to get our Graveyard, which is too bad. It's just all sorts of too bad. Really want to land off the top so that we can at least get the spawn out before Nightmare takes it away. Thank you, Swamp Lore. Is it worth it? Oh, come on, deck. Now, practically want to Omen and Scry so we for sure get the spawn before we lose it to the Nightmare. Not great, Bob. So I don't think they take the Omen with Nightmare, so I'm just going to let them take the card they want and presume it's not going to be the Omen. Maybe they see the play and decide it's worth it, but it's pretty risky for them to take the Omen here because we might just naturally draw the land anyway. So we'll let them take what they want and work with the rest. I mean, if they go with Omen, I would kind of like it, I think, so that's why I'm leaving it there. Even though if they don't go for the Omen, we'll cast it and try to find our for sure spawn. Interesting they find Grasp to be better than Drag. I mean, this costs more mana, I suppose. But I guess I would have predicted they take Drag. You got lots in the yard for the old Rage Hound, but we have the Omen, so they probably don't want to just bring a Rage Hound out and give us a target for this. Should we assume they have lots of creatures with 3 toughness? I don't know why we should assume that, or what it gets us to do so. Are you just talking about for boarding this out next turn, or in sideboarding or something? Anyway, we could go to the face with this Omen, but I think the Rage Hound's fine. And I'm thankful that they gave us a non-face target. Even though face wouldn't be bad at 10 life. You know, we want to get him dead, so... not the worst. Yeah, it costs more, but it's better removal, that's all. And it's not going to cost that much more if we get the spawn out. Okay, there's a land that we want and a Slaughter Priest. We have Portent. Let's keep the Slaughter Priest, and then we set up a Slaughter Priest Portent as well. So we can keep both of these. Doesn't really matter, we're losing the whole graveyard coming up anyway. Oh, I see what you're talking about, yeah, with the toughness. But Still haven't resolved a nightmare I guess in a long time. I think I got one of these maybe even when we were doing sealed or very, very early, but I feel like I haven't picked an Elspeth's nightmare in weeks and weeks and weeks. Basic plan next turn is to Mogus with drag up and then untap, and they need way too many things for us to not just be able to drag something, portent the other thing, sacrifice it. So I think we're in good shape here unless they have some real power coming up in their hand or top of their library. That was a weird play too. Can we just get him? Let's see, if we portent, we get him to 1. But since we can't get him to 0, I'm going to stick with the plan. We are face up with our hand. But I don't know what they would have to have here. They need a lot of stuff to come up with a win here. This is such a good hand given this board. Interesting. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess in this case we would just drag the hound rather than block anything. Yeah, they could have Final Flare and that would be solid for them, but still not game losing for us. We have drag on the hound. Man, if they have Final Flare and Portent and spent 12 years looking at that board, it's kind of odd, but... And AVB making some sense. People are just like, gosh, Oppo terrible. Why did they Myers grasp the dumb token? Well, because maybe they're trying to come up with some kind of win here against that required, for any hope, they needed to have no blockers. Let's see, we have... Let's do this. That was a really agonizingly slow turn from Oppo, given what I think is the obviousness of their play, but all right. I suppose I'm not one to talk about agonizingly slow. I've put my Oppos through a lot around here. Omen is interesting. Does that give us a win? Not immediately, but I think we go ahead and Omen, play a creature, and then try to get their next turn. Probably just get the spawn back even. Are they... we need to pump twice though. I don't see how we pump twice. I guess... Oh, let's see. Can we steal it? Let's see. If we Get the moat. We have 6 mana. Yeah, we can't. We can bring back Slaughter Priest and play Portent, but then we're out of mana. We can win right now. We don't have enough mana, is my read Mabinap. Like if we had infinite mana, we could do it, but we don't have enough mana, right? So let's keep that in mind and just get back. Yeah, we'll get back this. Sets up a sack and steal next turn. And we don't even need the sack. The 2 points of damage and the steal should be enough. But they may come up with Okay. My goodness. Nice top deck oppo. Or maybe it wasn't a top deck, they had cards, but it feels like they would have used that before if it were not a top deck. It's alright, top decks are, we put them in our deck just so we can top deck them. We sack the Omen, but then we don't get to scry, and if we sack this, what does it do for us? We get first strike. Like, yeah, what does sacking the Omen do? Doesn't do anything. So we'll just scry. But should be close to bringing back the spawn here. It's 3 others, right? Yeah, so we can sack the Omen and at least spawn kill the War Leader. I don't think we have 1-drop creatures, but if we did, we could even draw a 1-drop and Portent, steal, sack, and win that way, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. War Leader's 1 red. Aspect and Rage. What does that do for us? Well, next turn we're going to spawn anyway, so the question is, do we want Aspect and Rage? I don't see it east, but maybe. Pump it and win. Still don't understand what you mean. How do we pump and win? Yeah, Aspect, though, could do it, right? So we keep Portent and 7 mana, and we steal an Aspect, and then we win. Okay, so let's put Aspect on top. We'll keep them both. We we Portent the Hound and Aspect it and win. Although they can sack in response, right? Never mind, hold on. Is it another creature? Let's steal theirs. They probably don't block, and then if they don't block, we win. Is that fancy play? If they block, we're happy. If they block, they lose their crackback. Yeah, I'm going to go for the win. I don't think they block with the Rage Hound. And if they don't block with the Rage Hound, we win. If they do block with the Rage Hound, we maybe risk some sort of hasty loss, but I think we should still be okay. If we steal the Hound, they sacrifice it to the War Leader, that's why. boy. Yeah, I guess, and I'm gonna keep the Hound. If it matters, it will be fine to have another creature on top. Well, Oppo thought it was could probably thought it could self-sacrifice. It felt like there was no way they could block there, right? Like they could not play around something like Aspect of Manticore. They had to hope they were going to get their creature back, and that was our desperation misplay. Red, black, Steel and Sack, Mirror. Okay, that'll be interesting. Probably could play another Omen. Seems like there's going to be a lot of stuff flying around in the graveyards, although they have a Nightmare that makes the Omens less useful. East wants to go smaller. Why do you want the Rage out? No, we can't. Well, I guess we could, Tron. Which ones did you want? Trouble is, it doesn't remember this. So, Tron, you still have to remember this after this match. You want Mirage? Just for Tron. Okay. Yeah, people can have opinions. If you disagree with Tron, redeem your channel points. Maybe a Wrap in Flames is good here. Man, I'm not sure what is correct to bring in. There's suggestions to go like leaner, but I don't know why that. Why? Like why leaner? Because we're in an aggro race, but like I don't know. Now I've lost the time. Blame Tron. I had to change his lands. Huh. Brian, you can still choose the sleeve. I still don't know. You still haven't chosen your sleeves. You keeping or sending this back? I'll keep. Nobody took anything from you, Tron. I'm sorry, Brian. Nobody took anything from you. You redeemed channel points and then didn't tell me what sleeves you wanted that we already had. And you're just like, no, if I don't get my 4,000 gold sleeves, I'm gonna pout. Well, I was really hoping they'd drop something that we could kill with an Omen, of course. Instead... Face to Scry? No. Nah. Just gonna go my turn. Now I'm willing to kind of 2-for-1-ish ourselves, though, to take out the Lampad. I don't think we'll upkeep Scry, but I'll put a stop just in case. Yeah, we're never gonna do that. Oh, top right. You want this out of view? Sure. Yeah, I'll throw out a Stampede Rider, call it good enough. Link for some Care Bears. Well, I'm going to send in, see if they want to block. If they do, we have the Omen play if we want it. No Batman lunchboxes. We have some, I think there's a Super Friends lunchbox that might have Batman on it somewhere. Do we have a Super Friends? Or there's a Superman. I don't think it, maybe it's not Super Friends. Yeah, if we're going to do it, we should do it now. The thing is, I'm not sure we're going to do it. I guess we then have the scry. So that's not the worst. But getting Hierophant down here also wouldn't be the worst. Okay, we'll do it. Because we have a scry, I think this is worth it. We could also favor if we want. Oh, maybe not. Favor was highlighted, so I thought we were going to have the ability. We'll be able to favor when we get Hierophant going. Well, maybe it is. Yeah, we only have the one. Keeps highlighting the favor in a way that's confusing me. No problem, Cardinator. People can chime in to chat whenever they get here. Or for however long they've been lurking. Wow, that's a great scry. Go away. Do we want to scry on our... we're going to play Hierophant, so I don't want to spend 3 to scry on upkeep. Alright, 2 spell turn even. Pretty good mill for Oppo. We lost some stuff there. Oh, is that what's happening? Maybe I'm just confused by Oppo highlighting over my favor. Yeah, that could be what's confusing me. Good call, East. Abu! Probably Hierophant dead. Wow, Oppo wrecking us this game. Now we probably want an upkeep scry. Can't block that now. Got some draws that could help us recover here, but that hurt. Not gonna lie. Get rid of that. Is a Rage Hound good enough in this spot? A Rage Hound does block the hero for a turn. And we can play it. I'm gonna keep it because it blocks the creature we want to block, and we can play it, so... We're going to attack with the Rider. It's not going to block, and they can't really block with the Lampad, or we have the favor option, so they just have to take that, and then we drop the Underworld Hound. They could have, you know, Portent would be bad for us here. Although we would get the Rage Hound back at least, but they do have good steal and sack options here now if they've got the Portent with the Lampad. Yeah. Not coming up Millhouse here. Oppo, did you stack your deck? Are you whitelisted? Did you just call WotC and tell them to deliver card after card that destroys us? This is best of 3, Zerlik, but Theros Best of 1 is back tomorrow. I mean, I guess we play this. We're not dead. We play this. Yeah, land lets us play favor, but why do we want to? What is where would we put favor if we played it? Because what difference does a 6-1 versus a 4-2 make? Did you top deck something too, Oppo? Seriously? That would be great. Sailor's not behaving right now. Let me try again. Yeah, I don't know why, Mama, but Sailor is not cooperating. You want something else? Here's the Meteor Golem. I never know why stuff works or doesn't. It just works or doesn't. Soul Reaper and Rage Hound again. No, not Moose's favor. Omen, Grasp, and Rider. Yeah, I thought they were... I was a little surprised they went after the Rage Hound too for that reason. Like they could just eat it when it was a forced attack, but that's when I would have used the favor.
To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal, light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle. Dance!
Is Oppo drawing 3 cards a turn? Feels like Oppo's drawing 3 cards a turn. Somehow,
Your friend here is only mostly dead.
we're gonna have to keep Thief back to block their presumed hound here, though. 11 cards in the yard. This hound is not going away anytime soon unless we find Graveyard Hate. Solid draw, actually. Turns our land into action from here. We have a forced attack on the hound, so we have to leave the Thief block back to block their forced attack with their hound. A little surprised they're trading. Can the Lampad sack? Only sacks creatures, okay. Looks like we can Rage Hound again, so we probably will. Oh no, they were looking at it again. Well, I'll favor because they're about to exile our yard. Too bad we can't get this back. Maybe I was supposed to attack with the Thief there, but we didn't know. No, we didn't have that attack yet. Never mind. I was thinking of the board post-combat when there were no Rage Hounds around to consider. All right, game 3, whatever. Yeah, but at the time we were considering attacks, they had the Hound, is what I'm saying. They got a lot of good tools against us. There's not much we can do besides. I mean, we can go a little aggro, a little closer to the ground, maybe. I don't think we have time to thrill. I just want to, although, like I think the aspect of Manticore is an interesting add. Because there's been a lot of blocking. And but maybe it's you want this aspect? Yeah, we could try one of these. Also helps in a race. Yeah, let's try the Lamprey. What do we want to cut for that, though? Black Omen, despite their Graveyard Hate, has still been worthwhile when they didn't have the. If they don't have the Nightmare, we would still like this. But we got to cut something. Probably either a Red Omen or a Black Omen. I think I'm gonna. But they showed a lot of targets for the Omen. I'm gonna cut one though. Maybe, nah, I'll do the black omen cut. I like do that. Now we have too much. We're trying to escape 2 Farika's spawns. We don't want to do 16 land in a deck where we're trying to escape spawns at some point, or it's part of our package plan. I'm gonna keep. We're on the play. We have a 2-drop, and any land gets us a 3-drop, and we're trying to be aggro. And if we find a mountain, we get aspect as part of our aggro. So we're gonna keep. Rob wanted to go the other direction and bring in more black omens. Had to cut something. Not sure what the right cuts there were. All right, deck. Mountain off the top, please. Really need that mountain here. Mountain, 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 and I like our chances. We should just say a mountain and then some other lands. Doubt they take the Soul Reaper, even though it's the thing we can do next. And sad that they know about the aspect. Wow, they did go for it. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter anyway, Oppo. We're stuck. Looks like we could be opening on a loss here unless we find some land right quick. This was the risk we took with this hand. It got double smacked down by both failing to find the 3rd land and getting our play stripped. Record is accurate. Here we are in game 1. Or match 1, rather. Here we are in loss 1. Yeah, sorry. We're not getting to play Magic, really, this time. We assessed the risk and took it, and we're getting punished. So late, Mountain. So late. Like, what's the point, even? We play Mountain, we can aspect of Manticore. I'm just going to scoop. I think we're too far behind. There's maybe some world where we find some weird recovery there. But even the mountain doesn't give us a play. So I'm going to just get on to the next one. Pretty rough, though. Getting a little peckish. I'm going to take a 30-second step away and just get a little snack. Hold on. Oh, sorry, I was on mute and you missed me bashing Brian. I was saying, come on, Brian, pick your sleeves. We trend upward consistently with our rate of play, is what I would say, Sand. If I drafted nonstop, if I drafted 10 hours a day, I would run out of currency. I'm not that good. No, all right, I'll choose then, Brian. Brian's not going to choose. Brian chose Fibblethip. Oh, he just took the rat. Okay, he's taking the rat. Sorry, I missed it. He wants the rat. There. We have fulfilled your channel points redemption. Now, mute your mic. Like that. All right, we got a nice 2, 3, 4 here. Two, 3, 4, 5, maybe. You want me to try again? There. Oh, here's me not playing around Omen of the Sun. It's still a 1-for-1, but I should play around it. At least, again, think about it. Like, maybe I make that attack anyway, but I need to be thinking about it. Don't attack into 3 open white mana unless you've at least thought about it. Not a punt, though, Rob. Unless you want to punt me for not thinking about things. I didn't talk about it. But I still think I make that attack, since we don't have any steal and sack stuff going on here anyway. We only have one portent. Eh, that didn't matter either, though. I mean, if you whatever, yeah. If you want to call that sequencing a punt, go for it. Here we can do 2 spells or one of our 4s. We got a lot of good. We got a couple good 4s. If they don't have something to Taranika yet. That's somewhat of a problem, but I guess we play Hierophant here. Or we can just, yeah, we can do Rage. I'll do 2 creatures. Let's play 2 things. And then Blood Aspirant can threaten some things too if they come up with more like 1 toughness stuff. Well, we send in, can't really do it all here. Yeah. We could just sack the Hound to the Soul Reaper to draw a card before it heads to the yard. We could sack the Hound to the Final Flare and take out Taranika, leaving the Sentry to deal with. I think I like that. Let's flare the Hound to kill the rare. And then we have Venomous Hierophant next time. What I was thinking of is that Final Flare does 5 damage and Blood Aspirant pings for 1, and I was trying to find a way to do ping plus flare to take out the Sentry, but it wasn't realistic. So we're gonna try and address the Sentry with our Hierophant instead. That's fair, Razor. There was no guarantee that they were going to block, so I should have made them block. All right, so this screams Blessing, maybe? What would cause you to attack with those 3, but not the Sentry? I mean, I guess you just don't want to trade for the Hierophant. But obviously they are making offerings here with, it seems like it's a Blessing play, right? Simple +2/+2. Do we want to trade any of our stuff for that? No, we just let them have this here. We're at 20. And now we kind of have a clue that maybe their last card is a Blessing, and we can start playing around it with this Aspirant ping. Could have been Tactics as well, sure. I'm gonna play the Berserker and send in the Hierophant. And I think I'll offer the Berserker for their whatever they're threatening here next turn. And they get a couple of Scries coming up, so their action is, they're going to have some good action here with 2 Scries. Yeah, it could be Will. But because Indomitable Will didn't win combat, like that's why, because what about Indomitable Will explains attacking with a 1/1? I guess they could block everything, but didn't we had a Hierophant? So yeah, no, it wasn't Indomitable Will, because we block with Hierophant, Indomitable Will doesn't do what they want. So that's why Blessing over Will. Combo-rific. First strike, Death Touch. However, we could put everything on it, and no, but then the first strike gets all 3 of them. Never mind. Even that doesn't work. It's got Death Touch, man. Would not have bounced. Don't worry, I don't read cards either. I guess our answer to this is finding removal. So we have to take this. Okay, I like it. Now we can trade. What are we going to trade with? Maybe the Soul Reaper? Well, we got Aspect to actually trade with the Viper next turn, so we're going to do that. Yeah, I suppose if they have the Blessing... Now we have to hope they don't. But, like, what do we... Like, if they do have the Blessing, how do we deal with the situation? I still think we have to give... We have to trade Manticore for Blessing then, and then try to find more removal for it. I still think we have to do it. We get the Blessing out of their hand so that we can find other removal for the to do the trick. And... I'm going to say no attacks. Yeah, we could try and bait out the Blessing. I don't think they're going to do that, though. We could have sent in the Hierophant, and maybe they would. I don't think so, though. Did we have Aspirant mana up, though, last turn? We also had a 5/4. And see, that's the difference. They sent 1/1s when we had 3 toughness maximum, and then they stopped sending 1/1s when we added 4 toughness. So it is further support for the notion that there's a Blessing in hand. Welcome. Thank you for the referral, Mama. You're at Flower. How do you want me to pronounce your name? At Flowery? AT Flowery? AT Flowery? I don't know. AT Flowery. You got it. So again, looking highly likely to get a Blessing to stop this from working. So the question is, which one of our creatures do we want to have die when this fails? Or even succeeds? Like, even if this works, it's a trade. So we have Mire's Grasp and Drag to the Underworld. I don't know if we can't remember if we have Final Death, do we? No. We also have Portent of Betrayal, so we could steal and sack with the... Oh, I guess we don't have a 1-mana sack outlet right now, so can't do that yet. That would have been interesting, Mike. I didn't think to try and get him that way, but it's too late now. I'm going to go with actually the Soul Reaper. Wasn't sure exactly what the right one to try this was. But Soul Reaper seems like we are not going to have time to really activate it. So really, for us, it's proving to be like a 2/3. Okay, that's... not what I was thinking of. So whoever was wanting to play around Pump was correct. Now... can't even ping it for value. Shoot. I suppose I could have sacked it. I should have sacked it to take out a soldier. Sorry, I got a little flustered and then compounded the mistake with the lack of sacrifice there. Oh well, gotta move on. But now we're getting to that space where I guess we start with Farika's spawn. Yeah, we can play the Gorgon and chump with it. Trouble is, I mean, what does that really do for us? The spawn coming out of the yard isn't going to do anything for us for quite a while. To that end, no blocks. There is a world in which we get 4 3-powered creatures out which is coming up. And with 4 3-powered creatures, technically, we can put them all on. 3 of them take first strike hits and die, but the 4th one stayed up. The 4th one kills the Viper in that world. Still pretty weak of a plan. We can chump sack to kill off tokens. Yeah, I guess that's where we start, but we need 2 to do that. So Piper to start that chain. Without, I'm not sure what you're asking, Fluffy. You're talking about blocking this with 4 3 power creatures. Well, they have 3 points of first strike damage, first strike death touch damage to throw around, and yeah, we can send in the 5/4. If they block the sentry, we can kill it. So sure. So yeah, they would put 1 point of death touch first strike on each of 3 creatures. They would all die, and then the 4th one that has 3 power could still get the job done. Wow, another Omen. Yeah, we're done for. We can't... we're not done for. We just really need our... we need our -3/-3 now, or this stupid snake general is gonna get us.
Your friend here is only mostly dead.
Yeah, this attack kind of suggests we're dead. Hero will take a pump and wreck us real good, I'm sure. That's got to be the reason for this attack, is that we're dead. So I'm going to chump here just in case. Huh. Maybe they just let the first strike happen because it doesn't matter and they go for it here. Huh, I really thought we were just straight up dead there. Nyx Lotus doesn't seem to be a very good card to me. And we found our answer, so the mostly dead coming to fruition here, maybe? This hero is still quite the clock on us, but something. What do we have for that hero? Portent of Betrayal and a sack outlet. We have that much. Don't have the 6 mana for that, though. Our sack outlet is 2. Drag to the Underworld we still have. Yeah, so we're looking for Drag to the Underworld now. Oh, they went top. Yeah, it probably just means something for the hero and we're maybe dead. Although even the hero getting targeted here doesn't change anything. But yeah, top, not what we wanted to see. Well, there's the land we would need to be able to portent and sack. So not the worst draw, but we're coming up on not having many decent responses or good enough blocks. I'm feeling like Oppo will probably attack with the lion, thinking that if we block and kill it, then they're going to bring it back as an aura on the hero. But that's okay, because our out to the hero is the portent anyway. We're now just on portent or dead. Not next turn, but it's the draw we need in the next couple. But that's the thing, Chunk. If we portent, it doesn't matter. Like, they can give it indestructible, but we still steal it and then sacrifice it to the aspirant. No reason to sack anything we've got to take out a token here, so we just go to our turn. Didn't find the portent this turn. I guess we got a pretty full yard. We can make the Rage Hound at least. Doesn't do much, but we can. I guess we can start sacking the Rage Hound. Yeah, we could sack a spawn instead to do that. Maybe sack a spawn to kill one and then bring it back to kill another. Again, though, all irrelevant if we don't find a portent to get rid of that hero. And to that end, it's not really worth doing the, you know, sack something to the aspirant to take out a token. Like, we portent or we dead. And if we do find the portent, we're not going to have mana to do anything else anyway. I guess one observation is, though, that we do have it's a 2-turn clock, not a 1-turn clock. So we ostensibly have 2 turns to try and figure this out. So maybe we could do it this turn. But if it doesn't work out, then we're down a blocker anyway. Yeah, I guess we're down a blocker because of the Rage Hound. So we do sack, but it's the Rage Hound, not the spawn. That's the bottom line. Let's go down a blocker that we were going to be down anyway. Got nothing else. We are so very close to dead. But if by some chance there's a portent on top of our 16-card library, we are not completely dead. So yes, indeed.
Your friend here is only mostly dead.
Yeah, that's true. We got a 2 and 16. 1 and 8, because drag also gets us there. Same play, though. Keep working these shrimps. Who called Oriad for rummage? Let's see. So we go Oriad. And then we can rummage for 3, and if we find the drag, we will be able to use it. So we could, for the tension, we could wait, but since they have potential blessing or whatever, we should just do it now. Let's go look for it. Come on, one time, magic gods. Make some interesting television for us. Ooh, saw the black and thought maybe, but nope. Nothing to do to get up in the air to block, so they got us. Three, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We don't even have the power to attack and hope they pass out at their desk or something. So I'm going to give them credit for, well, I'll make them attack. Like, I don't know how they would. They've been successfully attacking with the hero every turn. I don't know why they would stop now just because we have 2 black mana up, but you know. On to game 2. Do they have much 1 toughness besides the Million Sun Omens? They have the Moss Viper. It's just the Moss Viper and the Omens. We can bring in... Oh, this is it was our other game that had the plummet, the green deck. No plummets, obviously, in our red-black deck. Man, rough draft so far, but I don't know. There was some corner, some hedge we could have made during the draft, and we'd have ended up with a very different deck that probably would have been better. I don't, because people are not good at Magic. I don't know. There's no reason to play that Lotus, really. They're playing a blank. I think they're playing a blank. Maybe there's something I'm not thinking of that would justify including a Lotus, but I can't imagine it. I mean, even interventions, you don't want the Lotus, right? Like, what? You still wouldn't... I mean, you don't need that. Like, it doesn't do enough. I don't think you'd play a Lotus just for... It just doesn't seem right. Anyway, back to our situation here. I don't know what changes to make. We could play the Revelers if we want to... If we really want to get rid of that Lotus, but we don't. That's the thing. I don't even care. Sometimes R&D. Oh, yeah, you can try Wrap. Yeah, the 1/3 flying. It's just... I don't want to get into that, though. I like Wrap. I think we just need to solve the fact that we lost a hero by being aggressive, not by trying to figure out what our answer to hero is. In fact, I'm going to kill the Omen again, and we're just going to do this. But the Cyclops doesn't really have reach. Again, I mean, it would have had reach there in that one spot. But they have so many 1/1 soldier tokens, they could just throw another soldier token into the attack, and then Cyclops doesn't really have reach. All right, we're all in. Turn 1, turn 2. Let's see if it gets there. If not, I guess I'm done streaming today. No worries. That's enough land from you, deck, though. Deck feels otherwise.
Some say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar.
Seems like they have a pump spell. They're pausing quite clearly on white-green, which might suggest +3/+3 untap. I did say I was all in on this combo, and apparently the deck agrees. Either we're winning on this or we're not winning, apparently. Sure. Magic being magic, what are you gonna do? One more. Let's just do nothing but lands. That would be pretty sweet, actually. If I said we're going all in on Temple Thief and Impending Doom and we literally saw no other spells the whole game. Yes! I want it now. I want it. Come on. One more land. 6, 79, 10. We got 7 left. 7 in 28. 25% chance to keep the streak going. Why main deck Omen? Oh. Oh, now I gotta play Magic. All right, we'll try. Well, Oriad, good news. Good news, my Oriadish buddy. I got work for you. Oh, we even found a playable 2-drop. I'm going to keep the other lands for continued rummaging, and we'll save the Omen, see how things go here. Feels like they have the pump spell. Remember, it looked like Oppo had a pause at 2 mana that was suggestive of the +3/+3 pump spell we saw in the game 1. If they turn Taranika here into a 7/7, we have 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're still, even though we know that they're likely to have +3/+3, Taranika needs to die for us to have any chance here. So we're going to pile on and hope that Omen plus War Leader plus Oriad is enough. And that actually with the 8 toughness, it is only it's a 2 for 2. Can't pump War... Well, we could pump War Leader 4, 5, and then we get 6, but it's not 7. So we can pump War Leader, but then not play Omen. Pretty sure this is +3/+3, so I'm pretty happy about this. I think if it's as I expect here, we have a solid chance at recovery. We're still going to lose our War Leader. Now we just have to hope they don't have anything else with that final card. And we have a chance. Still taking 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're going to 3 to do this, but not dead yet. In fact, if they had gone for well, I guess if they'd gone for +3/+3, we'd have to use the Omen on like one of these dudes. Oh yeah, sorry, I should have had Upkeep Scry on, although really the looting away of the lands is a pretty darn good approximation of that Scry. And we have the Rage Hound play no matter what, so let's start here. We could drop the swamp and play the Berserker instead, which blanks their whole squad, so let's go ahead and do that. Do we just lose? Oh yeah, we're at 3. Forgot my own life total. I was just playing to survive combat without even considering life totals, but yeah, they figured it out. Well, sometimes magic gives you lemons, and you make a quick O2 exit. I mean, don't know what we should have done differently there. I think we just, yeah. Sometimes you get lemons, sometimes you get kicked in them. Fëanor's, well, Fëanor, you know, here's what gets me down is when I punt, is when I make mistakes. Like I'm annoyed at myself that I didn't notice that we were dead on board. Like that's what I'm annoyed at. Drawing 17 lands or whatever, it's like, it's the Serenity Prayer. You gotta save your angst and anxiety for the things you can actually change, and Magic delivering me a boatload of lands every now and again is not something I can change, so let's not worry about it. Maybe I will. Let's try it. I want to try this. I want to try a new feature idea. We can do it from the paid account or even from free to play too. Let's do that. I am going to start another draft. We're not going to finish it, and I'm never going to play it on air. But I want to try something. Anyway, before we do that, so I'm going to say goodbye to our YouTube friends. Thanks for hanging out, YouTube. I am going to do another draft. It's going to be for a different style of content, though. I'm going to do draft only, and then I'll play the games offline, and then I'll put a little addendum at the end of the draft video about how it did or whatever, and see what... I just kind of trying new content, trying shorter YouTube content, see if that is appealing to people. So we'll try that, and look for that in the next few days-ish, I would say.